Star Citizen is one game that's well known for its controversy. So today we're going to look at 10 things players hate most. Number 10. Without a doubt, one of the most frustrating things about this game is the fact that Cloud Imperium Games, who are the developers behind Star Citizen, keep extending deadlines and breaking promises. Instead of old ships getting fixed or updated to a gold standard to keep up with new gameplay changes, they keep releasing new ships, sometimes completely broken to squeeze every penny out of its loyal players. Many long-term backers feel that their loyalty to Star Citizen is being stretched past the breaking point by decade-long waits for capital ships and shifting roadmaps. Number 9. Star Citizen is an MMO with one of the best, most helpful communities out there, but there are always those who aim to ruin the game for everyone, whether it's being completely toxic and childish in global chat, or worse, griefing. Now, while you can block players or close chat to avoid seeing unwanted messages, griefing, on the other hand, is a bit harder to avoid. This is when players either ram your ships or kill you for no reason. And while piracy is very much part of the game, not everyone who kills do it for profit. Some just like ruining the fun of others by seeing them lose everything. This leads many to feel defeated, rage quitting, or becoming toxic themselves. I'm all for honest pirating, but fuck griefers. Number 8. One common thing you see people complain about from patch to patch is the constant meta shifts, nerfs, and boosts to certain ships. Now, weapons are one thing. As with the new armor changes, some tweaks are to be expected, but what I'm talking about is CIG blatantly using marketing tactics similar to free-to-play multiplayer games, where they'll release an overpowered ship to rake in sales only to nerf it into the ground before releasing the next best thing to buy. We're not stupid, and we all see it. But unfortunately, these almost pay-to-win schemes seem to be the norm with online multiplayer games. Number 7. Losing your gear because of your own negligence, error, or stupidity is one thing, but being forced to off yourself or relog because you get stuck in your pilot seat or cockpit can be frustrating as hell. From getting stuck in a solo fighter like a Talon or Hornet seat, to being imprisoned behind your Nomad's cockpit door. There's not too much you can do other than taking a deep breath and relogging if you don't want to lose what's in your backpack. It seems as soon as one ship gets fixed, another breaks. So you're bound to run into this at some point no matter what you choose to fly. Number 6. One issue that's been ongoing since the new hangars were first introduced is the fact that ships will just either randomly explode or simply vanish into thin air as you attempt to call your ship. What makes this even more frustrating than ever before is the fact that insurance claims are no longer free and can be quite expensive for larger ships. Well, unless you're fine with losing all your upgrades. To make matters worse, there are, of course, also claim timers, meaning you also have to wait if you don't pay the insurance fee. While it is becoming more rare with every update, this bug is always lurking, just waiting. Number 5. You wake up excited, ready for your next adventure, but before you can continue, you have to face one of the sneakiest, most ominous objects in all of Star Citizen, the elevator. Oh, the infamous elevators. Sure, it looks innocent enough, harmless, surely, though you never know, because it could decide at any time to let you simply fall through the floor, either getting stuck, falling through a planet, or get ejected into the cold void of space. Number 4. So I've made an in-depth stealth guide not too long ago on how to be practically invisible and kill from the shadows. But there's one thing that's been a complete pain in the ass for those who prefer to stay hidden from their enemies, and that's the fact that you look like a Christmas tree, no matter what stealthy techniques you take advantage of. I mean, sure, you can switch off your ship to kill the lights, but then you're not going anywhere and surely not killing anyone. Now, apart from the landing and cockpit lights glowing in the dark, there's also that long, shiny, beautiful tail that follows you around as soon as you start moving. Definitely not ideal, and something CRG keeps ignoring despite many stealth players bringing it up on forums over the years. Number 3. Now, while I've never been much of a trader, there are times where I'd like to do some hauling to change the pace of my gameplay style a bit. But since CRG introduced cargo elevators and the need to manually load or unload cargo, it absolutely ruined it for me. Sure, there are times where the stars align and auto-loading and unloading works, but not for everything. Some enjoy throwing and stacking boxes, while others, like me, absolutely hate it. I'd much rather pay that extra fee for auto-loading and unloading, but no. Sometimes you're simply forced to do it manually. From cargo elevators that frequently stop working, cargo that disappears, or Atlas mechs killing you with its tractor beam, they took all the fun out of trading for me and many others. Number 2. The silent killer you never see coming. Or if you do, it's often too late. Of course, I'm talking about asteroids. If we were keeping count since the beginning, this is one culprit that has surely racked up the highest kill count of all. Now, I know many will assume it has something to do with object view distance, graphic cards that aren't up to scratch, or because of a poor internet connection. While those are surely probable causes for asteroids appearing out of nowhere right in front of you, there are also times where you simply quantum jump right into one. Sometimes literally, even getting stuck inside. It's rare, but it does happen. There's absolutely nothing more frustrating than doing that last trip back to a station to unload high-value goods you bought or looted, or on your way to finishing stacked hauling contracts and boom, asteroid. Oh, but there is something just as infuriating. Number 1. Let me tell you a little story. So, back when I started, trading was a great way to make fast money in Star Citizen. You'd buy commodities, it'll be loaded instantly into your ship, and off you go to sell. You'd get to your destination, head to the trading terminal, hit sell, and instantly profit. Then comes the cargo elevators and manual loading. Now, we've already covered those, but it also introduced an incredible risk to trading in general. I'm not talking about contracts, but simply buying low and selling high. So, what is this dreaded issue that absolutely killed normal trading? Well, actually buying and selling. You see, when you currently trade in Star Citizen in 2026, you face 2 risks. One being that when you buy the cargo, whether you use autoload or do so manually, the game has no issue taking your money. But sometimes the cargo you've purchased, many times for millions of credits, simply doesn't show up. Money's gone, so is your purchased cargo. But let's say you got lucky, because it definitely doesn't happen every time. So off you go to sell. Yes, manually unloading is definitely the safer option here, but it's a pain in the ass if you have a big ship and you're playing solo. You store your ship with its cargo and head to the trading terminal. Select that very same ship full of cargo with millions in profit and it shows empty. You frantically rush back to your hangar, recall your ship only to see it completely empty. Now that's a guaranteed rage quit for me, especially if you didn't have too much money to begin with. Never trade what you can't afford to lose. Sure, I get it, but it definitely shouldn't be this unreliable after 12 plus years in development. But what do you think? What things do you absolutely hate in Star Citizen? Let us know in the comments. Be sure to check out this video next and take your game to the next level.